Welcome and thank you for joining us. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. President Donald Trump demands free transit for U.S. ships through Panama and Suez canals. Trump administration pushes forward on China tariff talks. Immigration crackdown in Florida nets nearly 800 arrests. DEA arrests over 100 undocumented immigrants at underground nightclub in Colorado Springs. Senator Jeanne Shaheen accuses Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth of causing chaos at the Pentagon. American fashion designer and television personality Dorit Kemsley files for divorce from Piqué following Chanel scandal. Jiggly Caliente, RuPaul's Drag Race star, dies at 44. Greenland PM and Danish leaders stand against US ownership plans. Ukraine hit by Russian drone attack after Trump-Zelensky meeting. Pope Francis's funeral completed, focus shifts to conclave for new pope. Car crashes into Filipino Heritage Festival in Vancouver, killing at least 11. And Liverpool wins Premier League title, tying Manchester United with 20 titles. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Donald Trump urged that American commercial and military ships should get free transit through the Panama and Suez canals. Trump had been calling for months for the United States to take control of the Panama Canal. In a post on his Truth Social platform, he shifted focus to the important Suez Canal route too. American ships, both military and commercial, should be allowed to travel free of charge through the Panama and Suez canals. Trump wrote. He claimed both the Panama and Suez canals would not exist without the United States. Trump also said he had asked Secretary of State Marco Rubio to immediately take care of the matter. The United States and China had remained two of the top users of the Panama Canal. Trump believes the U.S. deserves special access because of its major role in global trade and security. Egypt's Suez Canal, an important link between Europe and Asia, had accounted for about 10% of world maritime trade before recent attacks by Yemen's Houthi rebels in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Trump is expected to push further actions soon. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that there is a path to a deal with China over tariffs after meeting Chinese officials last week in Washington. Besant said that talks mostly focused on financial stability and global economic risks during the IMF meetings. He said he did not know if President Trump had spoken with President Xi. On April 25th, Trump said tariff talks were happening, but China's foreign ministry later denied it, accusing the U.S. of spreading confusion. China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi said Beijing would follow international rules and seek unity with other countries. Besant said China's high tariffs were hurting its businesses and believed a deal could start with de-escalation. However, he warned a final trade deal could take months. Meanwhile, U.S. retailers warned of higher prices. Bloomberg reported that Shein raised U.S. prices sharply ahead of new tariffs. Trump predicted tariffs would benefit taxpayers and create jobs. Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins said the U.S. was ready to support farmers if needed. Almost 800 people were arrested in the first few days of Operation Tidal Wave, a major immigration crackdown in Florida, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced the operation began on April 21st and was described as the first of its kind partnership between federal, state, and local agencies. ICE praised local police for their strong support. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem warned illegal migrants, saying, "We are coming for you." She promised that @DHS.gov, @ICE.gov and state partners would find, arrest, and deport them. Florida's 67 county sheriffs already agreed to the partnership. Governor Ron DeSantis called the operation an example of big results in enforcement and deportations. Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said almost 800 criminals, including gang members, murderers, and rapists, are now off the streets, and more crackdowns will happen soon. After pressure from officials, Fort Myers City Council also agreed to partner with ICE. Congressman Byron Donalds, a Trump-backed candidate, supported strict enforcement. At least 114 people suspected of being in the U.S. unlawfully were arrested at an underground nightclub in Colorado Springs. The Drug Enforcement Administration led the operation with over 300 officers and agents from various federal agencies, including the FBI and ICE. The authorities seized drugs and firearms during the raid. Over 200 people were at the party, and those identified as illegal immigrants were handed over to ICE for processing and likely deportation. A video posted by the DEA showed agents in tactical gear breaking windows and ordering people to the ground. Some tried to flee but were apprehended. Active duty military personnel were reportedly present, some working as security and others attending the party. Colorado Springs Police Chief Adrian Vasquez confirmed that the operation focused on criminal activity, not immigration enforcement. Mayor Yemi Mobolade condemned criminal actions while supporting law enforcement's efforts. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Senator Jeanne Shaheen criticized Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, claiming he had created chaos at the Pentagon due to staffing issues and reports about leaked airstrike information in private signal group chats. Shaheen, speaking on Face the Nation, stated that Hegseth was unqualified for the role and had proven this repeatedly. Hegseth, a former Fox News host and Army veteran, faced scrutiny during his confirmation process earlier this year. He has recently been criticized for sharing details about U.S. airstrikes in Yemen on the encrypted messaging app Signal, including in a chat with his wife, brother, and personal attorney. Despite the controversy, Hegseth defended his actions, claiming the leaks were not significant. He also countered Shaheen's remarks by pointing to the previous administration's handling of various global crises, suggesting that under his leadership, the Pentagon was being reformed. Dorit Kemsley, star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has filed for divorce from her husband, Paul P.K. Kemsley. The 48-year-old reality TV star submitted the divorce papers in Los Angeles Superior Court on April 25, 2025, following reports that P.K. was seen kissing and holding hands with former Amazing Race contestant Shayna Wall. The Kemsleys, who share two children, Jagger and Phoenix, are now going through a legal separation. Dorit has requested both legal and physical custody of their children, citing irreconcilable differences and asking PK to cover her legal fees. This divorce follows an earlier announcement in May 2024, where the couple shared they were taking time apart to evaluate their relationship. Their strained marriage has been a major storyline on the show in recent seasons, including the dramatic aftermath of a home invasion. Dorit's decision marks the next chapter in her personal life, while the future of her relationship with PK remains uncertain. Jiggly Caliente, the iconic drag performer from RuPaul's Drag Race, passed away at 44. Her family shared that she died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. The news came after she suffered a serious health setback, having been hospitalized due to a severe infection. During her time in the hospital, she underwent surgery and lost most of her right leg. Jiggly, whose real name was Bianca Castro Arabejo, initially appeared on season 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race in 2012, where she placed 8th. She returned for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars season 6 and finished in 12th place. Jiggly also served as a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race Philippines for 3 seasons. Additionally, she appeared in the series Pose, portraying Veronica Ferocity. Her family described her as a luminous presence known for her infectious energy and unwavering authenticity. Fans and loved ones mourned her loss, remembering her for her courage, activism, and the lasting impact she had on the drag community. Now it's time for global updates. Greenland's Prime Minister Jens Frederik Nielsen and Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen have strongly rejected US President Donald Trump's suggestion to take control of the Arctic island. Nielsen stated that Greenland will never be a piece of property that can be bought, emphasizing that the island decides its own future. This rejection followed Trump's repeated comments about Greenland's strategic value for security and resources. Nielsen and Frederiksen criticized the U.S. for its disrespectful approach. Nielsen expressed that Greenland wants a strong partnership with the U.S., but only if mutual respect is maintained. Nielsen, who took office after his party's election victory in March, reaffirmed that Greenland is committed to strengthening ties with Denmark. The Danish and Greenland leaders both expressed readiness for talks with Trump, but underlined their firm stance against any annexation. Polls show that most Greenlanders want independence from Denmark but do not want to join the U.S. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening,
somewhere around the globe and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment, here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist.
Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Ukraine faced a wave of Russian drone attacks overnight, just hours after US President Donald Trump met with Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky in Rome. Moscow launched 149 drones with 57 intercepted and 67 jammed by Ukrainian forces. At least 4 people were killed in the attacks. Following the meeting, Trump questioned whether Russian President Vladimir Putin truly wanted to end the war, noting the recent missile attacks on civilian areas. Trump suggested that Putin might be prolonging the conflict and said Washington could impose additional sanctions on Russia. The meeting in Rome was the first since a previous disastrous encounter between the two leaders at the White House. Zelensky expressed optimism after the talks, calling it a good meeting and hoping for progress on peace, a ceasefire, and the protection of Ukrainian lives. Meanwhile, Russian forces claimed to have regained control of parts of the Kursk region, with fighting still ongoing in the area. Following Pope Francis's death, attention has now turned to the conclave where cardinals will soon elect a new pope. His funeral, attended by an estimated 400,000 people, including world leaders, was held in St. Peter's Square, followed by his burial in Rome. Mourners were allowed to visit his tomb for the first time yesterday. Francis, who passed away at 88, was beloved for his reforms and work with the poor. Many mourners expressed concerns about the future direction of the church. The cardinals will soon gather to set a date for the conclave, which is expected to take place in early May. During the conclave, cardinals will vote daily until a candidate wins the two-thirds majority. The election result will be signaled by the burning of papers that emit white smoke announcing the election of the new pope. A tragic incident occurred in Vancouver when a car plowed into a crowd at the Lapu Lapu Day festival, killing at least 11 people and injuring many others. Vancouver police ruled out terrorism as a motive, saying the suspect had a history of mental health issues. The suspect, a Vancouver man, was arrested after being apprehended by bystanders. The incident took place around 8:14 p.m. local time when the vehicle struck people attending the festival. Witnesses described hearing a loud noise before seeing victims lying on the ground. Some people cried, screamed for help, or ran for safety. A black SUV with a crumpled front was visible at the scene. Vancouver's Filipino community was celebrating Lapu Lapu Day, which honors an indigenous leader who resisted Spanish colonization. Authorities expect the death toll to rise. Political leaders, including Prime Minister Mark Carney and British Columbia Premier David Eby, expressed their condolences and support for the community. The investigation continues as police gather for more information. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Liverpool secured the English Premier League title with a dominant 5-1 victory against Tottenham Hotspur. This win marked their 20th league title, tying them with Manchester United for the most in English football history. With 4 matches still remaining, Liverpool clinched the title in style, a season that began with doubts following Jurgen Klopp's departure. The team's new manager, Arne Slot, led Liverpool to glory in his first season, building on a solid squad with players like Mohamed Salah, who has scored 28 goals and provided 18 assists. Under Slot, Liverpool adopted a more possession-based style, resulting in fewer goals conceded and more consistent wins. The team's young talents, such as Jarell Quansah and Connor Bradley, thrived, continuing Liverpool's tradition of nurturing youth. Despite challenges from rivals like Manchester City and Arsenal, Liverpool's strong performances have made them the dominant force in English football, with the possibility of a 21st title on the horizon. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us.
This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast.
Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,895.41. The NYSE Composite is increased by 264.32 points or 1.42%. Tokyo stock close price is 35,039.15. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 170.52 points or 0.49%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,297.29. The Shanghai index is increased by 0.93 points or 0.03%. Hong Kong stock close price is 21,909.76. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 162.86 points or 0.74%. Bombay stock close price is 79,801.43. The Sensex index is decreased by 315.06 points or 0.39%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Donald Trump demands free transit for U.S. ships through Panama and Suez canals. Trump administration pushes forward on China tariff talks. Immigration crackdown in Florida nets nearly 800 arrests. DEA arrests over 100 undocumented immigrants at underground nightclub in Colorado Springs. Senator Jeanne Shaheen accuses Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth of causing chaos at the Pentagon. American fashion designer and television personality Dorit Kemsley files for divorce from PK following Shanawal scandal. Jiggly Caliente, RuPaul's Drag Race star, dies at 44. Greenland PM and Danish leader stand against US ownership plans. Ukraine hit by Russian drone attack after Trump-Zelensky meeting. Pope Francis's funeral completed, focus shifts to conclave for new pope. Car crashes into Filipino Heritage Festival in Vancouver, killing at least 11. And Liverpool wins Premier League title, tying Manchester United with 20 titles. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.